Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris, the High Guy Jacobs, and today we're taking a look at another brand new hero coming to us in the form of Rubina, the Blood Hunt Maiden. She's going to be the one available in the Top Commander as rewards, whereas I assume Daryl will be available in the Lucky Roulette. And unfortunately, when you start to look at these two heroes, you start to realize exactly what's coming our way in the Rider world. And I'll be honest, I'm scared. Okay? Okay? I am scared. I'm scared. I'm scared. First and foremost, if you look at her super weapon, Biohazard Nightwalker, increasing bonus damage from hero skills by 26%. When remaining squad size is less than 50%, this effect increases by an additional 39%. So it goes from 26. This effect increases by an additional 12%. So it goes from 26 plus 39%. That's crazy. At least that's how it's written. Unless it's going from 26 to 39, which is all right. But it's saying by an additional 12%. So increased bonus damage from the hero by 8%. But let's do it up to by 26%. When remaining squad size is less than 50%, this in fact increases by an additional 39%. That's crazy to me. That is crazy to me. That means that you're going to increase bonus damage from hero skills by a grand total of 65%. Stupid numbers, guys. These are stupid numbers that we're seeing. Bonus damage of 65% with squad size less than 50%. This is why you can see she's going to be a siege hero, bringing skills and siege, right? Skills in siege, especially in siege when she has her less than 50% skills or squad size for a decent portion, that's a huge amount of skill damage. That's crazy to me. Crazy, crazy, crazy to me. All right. But that, don't get me wrong, that is the super weapon, and it takes a lot to level up the super weapon. But this is for the top folks. It's going to be absolutely nutsos. Okay? If you're a rider and you're a garrison and you're a siege main, pardon me, this is your kind of go-to. This is going to be huge. Now, let's look at what her abilities are. Okay, so first things first, rage skill requiring 1,000 deals damage to the target at a value of 9,000. When not garrisoned, has a 60% chance to deal damage to the factor 1 to 5 times at a bonus factor of 5,100. For each instance of this bonus damage, the target takes within 5 seconds. The next bonus damage will reduce by 10% until it reaches a minimum of 40%. So, like, hold on. When not garrisoned, has a 60% chance to deal bonus damage to the target between 1 to 5 times. Do you understand? Do you understand what that means? Because to me, now this is all to one target, deals damage to a target at a value of 9,500 with the potential for 5 more times at 5,100. So what's 5 times 51? That's 25,000 plus the 9,500. This means that on the lowest chance, right? When not garrison has a 60% chance. So on the higher side of a coin toss, you're going to be either dealing 14,600, between 14,600 and, well, 25, 5, 30, 25, 5, 26, 35,000 damage. That makes her the hardest hitting hero in the entire game. 35,000 damage. For each instance of this bonus damage the target takes within 5 seconds, the next bonus damage will be reduced by 10% to a minimum of 40%. So at least there's some reduction there, so it's not I mean, with all the calculations, it's not up to 35,000 damage, obviously, because that means for every instance. But that means, like, this can stack, right? As she generates more skill and as she triggers. Within 5 seconds. So is it like every second after? Is it like 1 to 5 seconds like every second? Or is it all at once? Because it doesn't really say. It just says deals damage 1 to 5 times. Does that include 1 to 5 seconds? So you're only getting the damage every second? Maybe? So it's not a big chunk of it. Maybe it's a burn. See, the problem is they're not very clear. This is kind of up to assumption. I don't know if it's all at once or if it's not. But either way, you'll have the first one, so you'll be hitting for 9,500 plus 5,100. So 14,600 plus 14, or plus another 4,500. So like 19. So we're still talking well over 25,000 damage from her one skill alone. Okay. When not garrisoned. Remember that, when not garrisoned. So if she is garrisoned, she loses a ton. So you won't see her in garrison, I don't think. But so far, you're still seeing that in the field. There's nothing stopping her from fighting in the field. Let's continue running through and then we can come back. Next, we've got Wolf Blood Pact. During rallies, increase rider squad HP by 34% and damage dealt to range squads by 5%. That's nice. 34% HP is good, especially since HP is needed. Granted, this is only when under rallies. I mean, depending on what happens when I have her fully awakened and transcended, which we'll take a look at afterwards. War Howls is coming in when not garrisoned, so still in the field. Using rage skills, increases own skill damage by 3%. Stacks up to 15 times. Okay, when not garrisoned, using rage skill increases own skill damage by 3%, stacking up to 15 times, allowing you to stack 45% additional skill damage. And you pair that with her incredible skill damage already. Oh my god, what are they doing? And this is when not garrisoned, so even when still fighting in the field. Granted, you're not going to probably stack this 15 times in the field. You're doing a lot more hitting and running in the field and stuff like that, so it's not necessarily consistently stacking. But for sieges, this becomes crazy. 45% additional skill damage on her already ridiculous skill damage. Now we got increasing rider a squad attack by 38%. During rallies, reduces damage taken by when flanked by 5.5%. And when flanked by more than 3 squads, reduces damage taken when flanked by an additional 3.5%. So she gets swarmed, she gets super tanky. Wow, this is crazy. Overpowered so far, in my opinion. She's going to be very, very good. And now when she gets awakened, for every 15% of squad size lost, it gets tankier. Oh my god. Okay. For every 15% of squad size lost, increases squad defense by 4.5%, up 6 times. So that's another 9, 18, 27% defense as a bonus awaken skill. So you're getting 38% attack, up to 27% defense, up to 45% rage skill, 34% HP, additional 5% damage overall to ranged, a ton of damage overall. But her things are locked more to when not garrisoned or when not in siege or when in rallies. So during rallies, this one here, for example, no, not this one, not that one, this one. During rallies is when you get your HP. Now, let's take a look here, because once we have her fully transcended and awakened, some things might change, right? So let's take a look at what it actually is when we're awakened here. So her damage goes to 10,400. She increases it to 2 to 6 times at 5,600. Okay, so she just gets more damage. That's fine. That's fine. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that changes this one. Right, so during rallies, she gets the Rider Squad HP at 34% and damage dealt to range squads by 5%. Once she's transcended, she gets the 40% squad HP regardless. And then an additional 7% here when she's transcended. Okay, so now she becomes, you know, even more strong in the field, which is going to be ridiculous to see. This one, when not garrisoned, using rage skill increases by 3% up to 15 times. Transcended, this one becomes when not garrisoned, increases Rider Squad damage reduction by 5%. So it adds this when not garrisoned. Increases Rider Squad damage reduction by 5%. Just because. So when in the field or when in rallies, Rider Squad damage reduction by 5%. And then increasing your skill damage by 3.5 by 15 times. So now we're talking skill damage by 52%. 52%. 52.5%. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's insane to me. That's just insane to me. And then this one's gonna go up too here. This one's crazy gonna go up here. You ready for this? Increases Rider Squad attack by 38%. During rallies, reduces damage taken and then makes her tanky, right? Reduces damage taken by an additional, what is that, 9%. Okay? Let's see what happens once we transcend it. Once we transcend her, increases Rider Squad attack to 42%. During rallies, you get a reduces damage taken when flanked by 5.5%. When flanked by more than 3 squads taken, there's an additional 3.5%, so we're still at 9%. When in a rally and attacked by squads that are not garrisoned, has a 25% chance to deal bonus damage to the squads at a factor of 2,700. So when in a rally and attacked by squads that are not garrisoned, so attacked by a rally, attacked by or swarmed, has a 25% chance to deal bonus damage to the squads at 2,700. So just more damage, stack more damage on there. And then totally taking this other one, going from 15% squad size lost, increases the chance of triggering bonus damage with rage skills by 10%. Okay. And for every 15% of 6.5% up to 6 times. So now you get even more defense. 6 times 6, 36, 39% up to your defense. So just more skill damage. More skill damage. More skill damage. Bonus damage. Skill damage. It just becomes... It's sickening. It's sickening. She's going to be the new meta, in my opinion. The new meta. It's in direct response to Ethan and Sophie. I think this will be the new meta on the top ground. So if you're a rider and you want something disgusting, Rubina is definitely up in that parameter. Just gross. But that's it, folks. That's it for our deep dives. If you agree with me, if you don't agree with me, hit the comment section below. Don't forget to like the video, comment, or don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you can, go ahead and click the join button, become a member today. IGG doesn't pay crap, and YouTube doesn't pay very much. So we do ask that the community comes together and help support the channel by clicking that join button and becoming a member today. It's only like $5 American a month, enough to be able to help the channel thrive and help push us to be exactly where we want to be. So with your help, let's get that going. Click that join button today. Other than that, folks, love, peace, chicken grease, and until next time, stay lifted.